she has a husband and a child. And my mother started telling her that we just coming from Poland and we want to go to the American border, and we don't know anybody, we don't have a place where to stay. And she invited us to her house. She had a small apartment. There's a little girl, a child.
The child was born after the war?
Yeah. And she was pregnant with the second one. And she told us that the husband is not Jewish. He saved her in the war, so she had to marry him.
She felt obligated to marry him?
And she had also a little cat. The child had a little cat. Kitten.
Did you meet the husband?
Yeah.
Was he nice?
Yeah, he was a Polak. And she told us that she also has a sister in Israel. She is from Warsaw. She escaped from the ghetto and he saved her.
How did he save her? Did she hide or she pretended that she was...
Yeah, she was hiding.
Inside his house?
Yes. I know he helped her. He helped her survive. So she had to marry him.
Did she seem unhappy that she had to marry him?
She was not too happy. She would rather marry a Jewish man. And we stayed by her maybe 2 nights. And then we were starting to wander again. We had to cross a border from Czech to Germany. It was, I don't remember how many days it would take us. And we got a Russian guy. He had a wagon, this hay, you know, with this haystacks when you take off the field.
Yeah.
The balls of hay,
Like
to feed the animals. And my mother talked to him, he should take us over the border.
Inside the hay?
Inside the hay, that's where we were hiding. And he took us over the border. When we were already on the American border, it was already a little better.
Once you got into Germany?
In Germany, yeah. In Germany, in every little town, there were Jews now. You know, the same thing with us, they were wandering from one place to another.
And people knew to go to Germany?
And people
to
knew.
Go to American zones?
Yeah. It was already the American zone there.
Did people want to go to the Russian zone at all, or everyone wanted to go there?
They ran away from the Russian zone. So we were already in the American zone. We went every little town, communities. They had a little committee, you know, a Jewish committee, and they could help. And there you could already travel free. You could go on a train. You didn't have to pay the ticket or anything. And we knew that we have in Erding. Hanna lives in Erding.
He had gone there after the war?
He was liberated there.
Oh, so he stayed?
He stayed there, yes.
He didn't even try to go back to...
No, he didn't come back to Poland. So we wanted to find Hanna, and we wanted to go to Erding, but before we had to pass a lot of other towns. So in every town there was some committee. We could stay over a night or so, until we got to Erding. And we came to Erding. Mr. Hanna was in the hospital. He broke a leg.
What was he doing? Were people...
He was riding a bicycle, a motorcycle.
After the war?
After the war, he grabbed from a German a motorcycle. He was a young boy.
How old was he?
Maybe 20.
He was a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
How are you related to Hanna again?
He's my mother's first cousin.
He is your mother's first cousin.
My grandfather and his father were brothers.
Even though you two were more close in age than Safta and him were.
Yeah. Well, they had 10 children.
And
He was
one
one
ones.
of the younger, yeah.
So was he working then?
No, he wasn't working. He got a motorcycle, and he never rode a motorcycle before. He rode a bicycle.
Right.
And he had an accident, and he broke a leg. Not a leg, on the bottom of the leg. And he was in the hospital. They operated on him, and it was not successful. Adina, come, I have something for you.
What?
I have some pulki.
We'll keep this on the table.
Good pulki.
What? 1 second. Let Grandma finish talking a little, and then we'll give you some food, okay?
Okay.
Must be very hungry, huh? You didn't eat the whole day.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Alright, guys, we're taping this forever. Wait, so what type of operation did he have on his leg?
On his leg to fix his foot.
And it didn't work.
But it wasn't growing back right. He could walk, but he was still limping. Then we found out there is a sanatorium in Sant'Ottilien. The name was, the town was Sant'Ottilien.
Is that close to?
It's not so close to Erding. You have to go by train for maybe 2 hours or more. So we took him there. Me and my mother, we took him to Sant'Ottilien. Because there they had a lot of very bad injured people from the war, you know what Hitler was bombing. I mean, America was bombing that time.
So just even German civilians were there?
No, they're Jews.
Oh, it was all Jews?
All Jewish survivors, yes. German doctors were there.
And they were operating on Jewish patients?
Yeah, they had to.
And what was the interaction like at that point between
Well,
them?
they had to. They were doctors. You know.
Were they kind to the people, though?
Well, they had to. There were some Jewish doctors also there that survived. Yeah. So we came to Sant'Ottilien, and they accepted Hanna. And then my mother had a checkup, and they wanted her to stay also.
What was wrong with her?
Well, you can imagine, after all this war and after so much traveling, you know, she was not feeling so good. She had some heart problems, and they want to keep her too. There was a department for women there and a department for men.
And what about you? Did you have a checkup?
Then my mother says she will stay if they accept me too. But they didn't want to accept me. So she says, then I can't stay here, I have to go. But they didn't want her to go because she had a problem. All right, they accepted me too. And they took a blood test. I remember I fainted. They took some blood out from my finger.
Really?
So I stayed there too. And there was a lot of men, but they were bombed. When they bombed the DP camp, you know, they bombed the trains.
Going to
the camps, yeah.
The Americans?
The Americans, yeah, they came too late already, but they bombed already when the Germans were running away. So that time Saba was there in this Sant'Ottilien too, and he was injured. And they bombed his lager in Dachau. He was in Dachau. You heard about Dachau?
Yeah.
It was in Germany.
Right, and so he was being taken from Dachau
to this Sant'Ottilien also.
No, but when was he on the train that was bombed?
He was not injured in the train. I think running away. I don't know how he was. He was on this. There was a Totenmarch. They marched the people till everybody should die.
This is out of that.
Yeah, not only him, there was
Right.
the whole camp was going on a march. In the meantime, the Americans were bombing the train rails, and he was injured from a shrapnel in his stomach. And he was very sick. He was there in this, and Heinrich was next to his bed. That's how they became friendly. Heinrich and Saba. And we were coming down. They were downstairs, the women were upstairs. Yeah. We were coming to see Heinrich, so we met him there too. And he was laying with other men like him. This one had a foot, this one had a hand, everybody had something.
Right.
There were young boys there, a lot of young boys, like my age, a little older. And there was one man next to Grandpa. Grandpa got friendly with him. And he was already better, he was doing better. He was almost going already home.
The man next to Saba.
Yeah. So Saba was was making a shidduch. Savta was the other man. Yeah. What was
And
his
what did Saba
name?
say?
Yeah, they became friendly. He visited us, and my mother went to see him where he lived. He lived in Germany in another town in Erding. Waldheim, I think, was the name. Waldheim. And he, after he got out of the hospital, he started doing business. He was a businessman. He was doing okay. He was already all right. And then they worked on Heinrich. They fixed his foot. But his foot never got good. Not 100%. I mean, he was better, but he was always limping. You know?
Really? Even after?
Even after they fixed it.
And did Safta get better while she was there?
Yes, my mother was better. Then we took Heinrich home. He was already feeling good. He had an apartment in Erding.
How long was
And then
it?
we got an apartment for ourselves. And we stayed in Erding. Then we met a man in Erding that he had an aunt in America. And his aunt was friends with my aunts, with my mother's aunts. They were from our town.
Originally, they were
originally,
from Berta also.
Yeah, but they left years ago.
Even before the war.
Yeah. They were my aunt's friends from before, from Berta. And our aunts were in America at that time already 25 years or more when we came. So this man knew his aunt's address, and he wrote to his aunts that my mother's aunts, I mean the aunt's niece is alive, and we are in Germany, and she should find my mother's aunts because she knew them. He was a big rabbi, Rabbi Kasher.
The man who had an aunt, who had a relative in...
The relative, his uncle, was a big rabbi, a big rabbi in America. He was in Poland also, but in America, Rabbi Kasher. Maybe you heard the name in Israel. Rabbi Kasher. I think a son of his is a professor, maybe in Bar Ilan even. From one of the universities. He wrote Sforim and a lot of his. And sure enough, they put in an ad in the Jewish paper that so-and-so is looking for Mrs. Yetta Epstein. My mother's aunt was, one was Epstein, one was Miller.
They were both married.
They were both married, they had husbands, yeah.
Epstein and Miller?
Yeah. And she is alive and she is in this place. Send them the address. Sure enough, they got in touch with this friend, with Mrs. Kasher, the Rebbetzin Kasher, and they wrote a letter to us. They were so happy, and they were so, ay. And they started sending us food packages and clothing packages. And they started to work on, to send us visa, certificate, you know. Those days it was a quota, you couldn't just go. So Poland had a very low quota.
And you were still considered Polish even though you were in Germany?
Yeah, we were Polish citizens. We didn't have anything to prove we were Polish citizens. We didn't have a passport or not even a birth certificate. But Grandpa got a birth certificate, a German birth certificate.
Wait, when did you meet Grandpa? So how long were you in Erding for? Is that where you stayed until you left to America? And how long were you there for?
Oh, we came into 1945, the end of 45, and we left in 48. I was there for 3 years.
Oh, you were there for a long time.
Almost 3 years, 2.5. One, then I got married, and a year and a half later, he left Poland. He left Germany.
What year did you get married? What year did you get married?
January 46. And Sonia was born in December 47.
So that wasn't too long.
No, I
after
was married in 47, January 47.
Like a little more than a year.
Yeah, and Sonia was born in December 47.
And when you were in Erding, it was under American control at that time?
Yes.
Was it considered a DP camp?
Yeah.
So what made it, like, did all the Jews who were there live in a certain area?
No, well, we were spread out. We lived in German houses. We didn't have a camp like let's say, in Landsberg had a camp, Feldafing had a camp, Ferndale had a camp. The bigger towns, they have camps. Heidenheim, where Grandpa used to live before I met him, was a camp. Ulm was a big camp.
Were
the Russian Jews were
set up by the Americans, the camps?
Yeah.
And the buildings were built?
The DP camps, yeah.
And so what made Erding a DP camp?
Well, because we're survivors and we live there, so it means we are DPs.
So did you get services from the Americans?
Yeah, some of it. The committee got, like, from the Hayas or the Euro, the joint, they get packages of clothing and food.
And did like shuls start to get set up and things like that?
A shul?
Like, were there synagogues and things like that?
No, we didn't have a synagogue, but we had a rabbi coming for the holidays. Yeah. In Minchen, they had already a shul, and it's a big city, and a lot of people live there now after the war. A lot of Jewish people, a lot of survivors. So they had a kosher place, a way to shop, and they had a lot of facilities. But in our town, when we wanted something kosher, we had to go to Minchen.
And was that something that people were concerned about after the war? Did people want to live Jewish lives again?
Yeah, sure.
They did?
Sure.
And like when people got married,
Yeah.
did they have rabbis do?
Yeah, there was a rabbi. I was married by a rabbi. Sure. And then 3 months later, I got a marriage license from the city. Yeah. Before we left for Germany, for America, I had to have a license, a marriage license. Yeah.
So when did you meet Grandpa? How did you meet him?
We met in 46. He came to Erding accidentally. He was buying some tools to work. He wanted to make from the gold wires, you know. He still had this shop. He worked with these with these things, with these tools what he made in Germany, in Erding. So he found out in Erding he has a cousin. Not the first cousin, but a relative. And he was in that place where he ordered these machines. It's not far from Erding. And he had to stay overnight, so he came into Erding and he stayed with those cousins, with those relatives. They're also from Sosnovitz, and they are related, and they knew his family. Now, the time he was there was a dance in the committee, you know, in the Jewish Gemeinde. And whenever they had something, we went. We had nothing else to do, you know. This was our entertainment. The whole Jewish community was meeting. And I went with my mother. And we met all our friends that were living in Erding. And Grandpa was there with his cousins coming in to meet, you know, just to spend a little time. And they were playing music and they were dancing. And I was staying there with my mother, with another friend, and he asked me I should dance. I said, I don't know how to dance. I didn't dance before. I knew a little bit how to dance. He said, all right, that's okay, I will teach you.
Was he a good dancer?
He thought he's a good dancer. He was better than me.
So did you agree to dance with him?
So then I said, look, this girl knows so good how to dance. Take her. Her name was Nahamka. She's in Australia. I don't know if she's still alive. He said, no, I want you, I will teach you. All right, let's be dancing. So we danced a few times, and that's all. And after it finished, we went home. The next day, he came by.
How did
Well,
he
my
meet
mother
you?
found out what he's doing, where he comes from. He said he's a jeweler, his father was a jeweler, he was working in father's factory, and he's fixing up a shop now where he lives, in Heidenheim. Heidenheim was not far from Ulm, and in Ulm were living my mother's cousins, you know, Heinrich's, the brothers and the sister, but they came from Russia. They were living in that camp in Heidenheim. So those days to go from one place to another was like nothing. Even took 2-3 hours by train.
Right.
We were young, we had nothing else, you know. So my mother says, you know what, I have a little ring, I want to reset it. Can you look at it?
So she said this to Grandpa.
Yeah. So he said, all right, I'll come in tomorrow. We didn't live far
How did
away.
she called him?
No.
Oh, she told him while he was still in.
Yeah. But the next morning he came in and he showed me. I had a little ring with a little stone, maybe a 10-pointer of it. It was not as big as this center. And he came, he said, yeah, I can do that, he said. So he said, you know what, maybe we'll come. Where is your address? My mother wanted to see if it's true, if he has a shop, if he lives there, what he says. So I'm living with my friend there. He's also a jeweler. He's from Sosnovitz. They're friends since childhood. So we went. And that's how it started. We went to see him. And then the next time he came to Erding again, so he came to visit again. And
Was he handsome?
I didn't think he was handsome.
Did you like him?
Yeah, I must have liked him, otherwise I wouldn't marry him. Oh, he was ambitious. He was ambitious. He wanted to work. The other, his friend was lazy. Oh, he didn't.
Really?
Yeah, he only liked to run around. He was a homemaker, sending everybody to Israel, you know. He was organizing Aliyah.
The friend?
Yeah, he was a Zionist.
Uh-huh.
And at the end, he didn't want to go himself to Israel. And so when he sent already everybody out, then they caught him and they sent him to Israel.
Did you ever stay in touch with him?
Yeah, we saw him when we were the first time in Israel. We went to visit him.
Mm-hmm.
He married too. He had 2 children, no, 3, I think 3 daughters. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't live anymore. He died maybe 10 years ago.
Uh-huh. And were you working during that time in Erding, or was after working?
No, when I got married.
Before you got married?
No, I wasn't working. I was taking English lessons.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a private tutor?
Yeah.
How-
An old German professor.
Really?
He was coming with 2 big briefcases, schlepping. An old
He was a Jew?
professor. No, he was a German. And he was coming to me before even I met Grandpa. I started, because we knew we were going to America, so my mother wanted me to know a little English.
Right. Did she know English?
No. But she wanted me to know.
Uh-huh.
And it came in very handy. I knew how to write. I mean, I learned. He was a good teacher.
He taught just you privately?
Yeah,
How often did you have lessons?
once or twice a week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
And then after I got married, I still was taking the lessons.
how did Safta find him and arrange for him to
She
come?
found him. She found him. He was always working with 2 briefcases. His whole household, he was in his 2 briefcases. He wore shoes with those long pointies like today they're wearing, you know. That's how he wore.
That's
Brown
okay.
shoes, I still remember them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so, were you able to speak English by the time you got to America?
Yeah. I was speaking and I was writing nicely.
Uh-huh.
Better than today. Today I write with a million, because you're all telling me, you don't worry. Write whatever you want.
And when you
Good morning.
Oh.
Good afternoon.
when you got married to Grandpa in '47, you said in January of '47.
Yeah.
Where did you get married?
In Germany.
Where was it?
There
in your
was next
house?
to our apartment, there was like a pub.
Mhm.
A Deutsche, how you call this in German? A Bierhalle.
Uh-huh.
In the Bierhalle we got married.
Uh-huh. And did you have people come to the wedding?
Yeah, I had people.
Uh-huh.
With a little family, you know, she and Sala, they were my interferers.
Uh-huh.
And the family from Erding, the ones that were in Natanya,
Mhm.
they were all there. They came to the wedding.
Uh-huh.
And all friends, the whole town came. You know.
Uh-huh.
Weren't so many people in Erding. Everybody came. But we had music, we had dancing, and something to eat, and that's all.
And then Grandpa lived in Erding with you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
In one room, we had one room. And my mother was with me. We had a partition in the middle, and we had a bench where Grandpa was working.
Inside that one room also?
All in one room.
Wow. And how did Safta have money to pay for the English lessons?
I told you that the ants were sending some stuff.
That was from
We were selling to the Germans chocolate, coffee, these kind of things, cigarettes. Those times the Germans didn't have so much of these things.
Right.
Yeah, so we were selling. And, we could buy some food.
And when Grandpa was working?
And then Grandpa started working after we got married. And then Anki moved to Erding.
Where had Anki been during the war?
He was in camp.
Where?
In Leiwitz, in Germany.
So he came also to
He came after we were there already. He came, he was sick, and he was in a sanatorium.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he checked out from the sanatorium, he wanted him to live in Erding also. So he got a room to share with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And then Grandpa was teaching him jewelry.
Mm-hmm. So was Unky together with Grandpa when he left the Polish army and he went into Russia? Did Unky go with him?
No,
That was a different brother who went with Grandpa.
yeah, that was his older brother.
Uh-huh. And his older brother, was he also sent to Siberia?
No, Grandpa was sent away. He was not sent. He was left behind.
Mm-hmm.
When he came back from the prison, Grandpa, he couldn't find him.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew where he was.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't find out anything, if he was in the army, if he was killed, or if he was, what happened with him.
Mm-hmm. And with Unky was in it.
Anki was
ghetto
home,
first?
was in the ghetto in Sosnovitz.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took him to a camp.
Mm-hmm.
He was young,
Mm-hmm.
and he was the weakest in the family, and him they took.
Mm-hmm. Did anyone else from the family survive?
No.
They were all in the Sosnovitz ghetto though. And then they were taken to camps also?
Auschwitz? No, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Unky, after the war, I guess he was liberated from the camp, and
He went back to Sosnovitz
Uh-huh.
after the war. And then he went into a kibbutz.
Into a kibbutz in Poland?
Yeah. And then this kibbutz went to send the people to Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And from there they were supposed to go to Israel.
Mm-hmm. Did Unky know that Grandpa was alive?
Yeah. When Grandpa came to Poland, he found out that David was alive.
Uh-huh. And so then Unky came to Erding.
Yeah, when Anki came to Germany, he found out where David was. David was in the sanatorium in Gauting.
In Germany?
In Germany, yeah. That's not far from München. Yeah.
And so did he come after that to live with you?
After we got married.
He came to live with you in Erding?
To Erding, yeah.
Did he also live in the same one-room apartment?
He lived with another guy.
Uh-huh.
It's also one room, I guess. I was never in his room, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And you said Grandpa got a German birth certificate. How did he get a German birth certificate?
Well, he had an uncle that lived in Germany.
Uh-huh. From before the war?
Yeah.
Who was still alive after?
No, he's not alive. But he knew you could get a certificate if you had the name and the place where they lived. Or a little schmear you could get.
And so was that...
And so that was helpful for him. So we had to leave earlier. My mother was still a year later she came.
Really? She stayed for another year?
Yeah, because she was Polish quota.
But because you were married, you were able to go with the German quota.
Yeah.
And did Unky come also?
No, he came. He went to Israel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how long was he in Israel for?
10 years.
And it was only after that he came to America?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But since then he never came to Israel. He's promising that this Pesach he's going to be in Israel.
Maybe.
If I see it, I believe it.
When did Unky get married?
He got married, how many years? 45. He got married when he came to America. Your mommy was 2 years old.
Oh, he got married much later.
Yeah.
To America.
That was in 60. He got married maybe in 60. maybe 60 he got married.
And so you came to
60, and now it's about 47, maybe 48 years since he's married.
Wow. And you came to America in 48? Was it before Israel was independent or after?
It was just then. I think when we were on the ship, the
Really?
boat, yeah. 48. No, Israel was in May 48, I
Yeah.
think, and we came in July 48.
Oh, so it was right after Israel was liberated.
Yeah.
And it was you and Grandpa and Aunt Sonia on the boat. How old was Sonia?
6 months.
Wow. And how long did it take you to get to America?
On the boat we were 2 weeks, 12 days.
Wow.
We came into Halifax, I think, to Canada was the boat. Oh yeah, but then we came into New York with the same boat. It was a boat, anyway. Queen Elizabeth.
Wow. And during the time that you were like in Erding, like after you got married and when you came to America, did people around you, were people like keeping Shabbos and things like that at that point?
There were people, yeah. Not everybody.
Mm-hmm. Did you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My family was not, my aunts, they were not very religious.
The ones in America.
Yeah.
Did you live with them when you first moved to America?
No, maybe one night I stayed with them.
So where did you move?
We got a furnished apartment, 1 room, by somebody.
Uh-huh. And that's when you started working?
Not yet, no. Sonia was a baby then, I couldn't work.
So Grandpa started working then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's enough for today, Daniela.
Alright.
Come.
Okay, well today is Tuesday, August 31st, 2004. Grandma Hanka is lighting yurtzeit candles tonight.
Well, the reason I'm lighting them is I have yurtzeit. This was for the liquidation of the ghetto Varta. At that time they took all my family, they separated us. Me and my parents, they sent to the ghetto lodge, and the others, my sister and brothers and grandparents and aunts and uncles, they took the other side, they took it to a place where they never came back anymore. We know for sure that they killed them there. So keep everything at the state. It's the Hebrew calendar, 15th of Elul. Tonight is 14th, tomorrow is the 15th, so we're supposed to light the candles at night.
Mm.
That's what.
When
This is already a long time.
When did your family begin to keep this day as the day that you kept as the yurtzeit?
Well, we made this date. It was this day. I mean, it was not exactly this date, but it was. They took us away. They separated us maybe a day or two before that date. But the whole town is keeping this date, the 15th day in Ella for the yurtzeit. For all the people that were, that were sent to hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know where they sent it to.
Mm-hmm.
This was in 1942. the date we keep it.
Did people start to recognize this date? Or did people start to recognize this day when they were in the Lodge ghetto, or it was after the war?
No, after the war we started keeping the date.
This was everyone from Varta who survived started to keep this date.
Who
Yeah.
organized it? Who was in charge of setting up the date?
Well, in the beginning we used to have the landslide when we came to America to we had meeting, you know, we had like a get together to say Iska.
Like with who did you get together with?
Huh?
Who did you used to get together with?
Also landslide.
Was
Ones
it
that
Crow,
survived.
Corn,
Yeah.
Minya?
Yeah, one time when I was in Israel, the first time we had in Israel this the group.
So it started in Israel.
Yeah, never survived. And after that, people went, you know, some are in Israel, some are in America, some are in other places. So we keep that date. I don't know if everybody keeps it, but I know my mother used to keep it and I'm keeping it up. But Daddy was alive, he used to say Kaddish too, but now I don't have anybody to do it. And also for the 6 million that perished, so I'm lighting 6 candles.
Is that what Soft also used to do?
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Okay.